Rajput to kindly present her paper.
Good morning, everyone. The title of my paper is Association of Clinical and Biochemical Factors Among Patients of Non-Alcoholic Fatty Liver Disease, NAFLD. So, NAFLD is a clinico-pathological condition characterized by abnormal lipid deposition in the hepatocytes, that is steatosis, in the absence of excess alcohol intake. NAFLD compromises a spectrum of diseases ranging from simple hepatic steatosis to fibrosis and then to cirrhosis. And it is strongly associated with obesity, insulin resistance, hypertriglyceridemia and metabolic syndrome in adults. So waist circumference is a surrogate marker for visceral fat, and visceral fat appears tightly correlated with the hepatic triglyceride content and elevated ALT levels and liver inflammation and hence fibrosis. So the standard of care for NAFLD patients is lifestyle modification and weight loss. And insulin resistance is the hallmark of NAFLD. Therefore, targeting this pathway has been a major focus on the pharmacological therapies. So the aims and objectives: to study the various clinical parameters in patients of NAFLD, to study the biochemical profile in patients of NAFLD, and to study the association of clinical parameters and biochemical factors in patients of NAFLD. Material and methods: the place of study was Guru Gobind Singh Medical College and Faridkot, and the type of study is hospital-based descriptive study. The sample size was 330. So the patients included were the ESL criteria for NAFLD: alcohol consumption threshold in men of 30 grams per day and women 20 grams per day, evidence of fatty liver on ultrasound or liver elastography, and no other cause of steatosis, age more than 18 years. In all the patients fulfilling the criteria, the following clinical and biochemical investigations were done. In clinical profile, the weight, the body mass index, the waist circumference and waist hip ratio, and in the biochemical parameters, the liver profile, AST, ALT levels, the lipid profile, LDL, HDL, triglyceride, HbA1c, HOMA-IR, that is homeostatic model assessment for insulin resistance, and the fasting insulin levels. So the results obtained were: the mean age of the study population was 40 years, and out of the total 330 patients of NAFLD, 185 were females and 145 were males. So the correlation of AST and ALT with clinical parameters: it was observed that there was a strong positive correlation of AST and ALT with the clinical parameters, that is BMI, waist circumference, waist hip ratio, with a p-value of less than 0.01, which was statistically significant. Similarly, the correlation of lipid profile with clinical parameters: a significant positive correlation of triglyceride levels was obtained with weight, BMI, waist circumference and with waist hip ratio of the study subjects. Similarly, a strong positive correlation of LDL was observed with the clinical parameters. And a significant negative correlation was observed between HDL and the clinical parameters, that is waist circumference, waist hip ratio and the BMI. Correlation of HbA1c with clinical parameters: there was a positive correlation of HbA1c with waist circumference, weight, BMI and waist and hip ratio. Similarly, the correlation of fasting insulin levels with clinical parameters: a positive correlation of fasting insulin with weight, BMI, waist circumference and waist hip ratio was observed with a p-value of less than 0.01, which was statistically significant. Correlation of HOMA-IR, homeostatic model assessment for insulin resistance, with clinical parameters: a strong positive correlation of HOMA-IR with weight, BMI, waist circumference, waist hip ratio of the study subject with significant p-value. In discussion, the study group consisted of 330 patients of NAFLD diagnosed on ultrasound of any gender above 18 years Patients were selected after complete clinical history and thorough clinical examination was done. It was observed that waist circumference contributes to the development of NAFLD in healthy population. Waist-hip ratio is one of the prognostic factors, and obesity was found to be statistically significantly associated with fatty liver risk. So, in various studies, similar results were obtained. There was a strong positive correlation of AST and ALT with clinical parameters, which was statistically significant, concurrent with the study conducted by Devmaya Sanalia. In conclusion, NAFLD is an increasing public health issue that largely remains underdiagnosed. Its pathogenesis is closely associated with disorders such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and insulin resistance, and timely management of these can prevent the development of hepatic steatosis and its progression to fibrosis and cirrhosis. In this study, we analyzed the clinical and biochemical parameters and their association in patients of NAFLD. Majority of the patients who had deranged clinical parameters were found to have deranged biochemical parameters as well. So a significant positive correlation was observed between clinical parameters, especially the waist circumference, waist-hip ratio, BMI, biochemical parameters including HOMA-IR, LDL, triglyceride levels, AST and ALT levels. So these parameters can basically serve as an effective non-invasive markers for NAFLD. The waist circumference and waist-hip ratio was found to be independent predictors of NAFLD. HOMA-IR strongly correlates with the risk of NAFLD and can be used as an early marker to detect NAFLD. The present study concludes that clinical and biochemical parameters can guide an early diagnosis of NAFLD and prevent its progression and metabolic and cardiovascular complications.
Okay. What was the history of alcohol intake in your there was none or there were
So, alcohol intake below the threshold levels for alcoholic liver disease, less than 30 in males and less than 20 grams per deciliter in females.
Lifestyle management is more important than anything else. In your literature study also, so I will request to see everybody with NAFLD, probably they have to change the lifestyle rather than the drugs.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. With this, we have finished our oral paper presentations.